हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू डेटा टू इन्फो। बोले तो पावर BI की सीरीज में आपका स्वागत है। टुडे वी विल सी अ डैशबोर्ड प्रोजेक्ट एंड अनदर डैशबोर्ड प्रोजेक्ट फॉर सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट. Okay, we have a data set on Kaggle. It's called supply chain management for cars. All right, you can go check it out. I will tell you all about it. All right, I will tell you all about it. Before moving forward, this is our website data2infolabs.com. Go over there and read articles. I have already written an article on supply chain management for cars dashboard project. You can check that out. Link will be in the description down below. All right. So this is our dashboard. This is our data set. So you will find this data set on Kaggle. All right. So this is a supply chain management for cars data set, and we will create a dashboard for it. We'll create a 4-page dashboard for it. It's not a small one, a 4-page dashboard. All right. So I will try to keep it simple as possible because I want it to be, useful for beginners as well as intermediate level. All right. So, what we want to achieve over here? First of all, right? What we want to achieve over here using this dashboard is that, first of all, what is supply chain management? It's in the layman term, it's nothing but let's say if you have a business and what is the supply of all raw materials, from the raw materials, from manufacturing, from logistic to that product delivered to the customer. What is this all flow is all about? That is what is supply chain management. Okay, and we have to put all this information in the form of dashboards and visuals. All right, as simple as it is. All right. So what we want to achieve is that if I tell you about the project architecture, if I tell you about the project architecture that we're going to use today, it's very simple. It's very simple. If you want to keep this project for your beginner level, as a fresher level in your resume, you can, no problem. What we're going to achieve is that we have our data set on Kaggle. All right. So we will use Python. We will use a Python code to get that data, to download that data from Kaggle using APIs to our local system. From local system, we will put it into a database. We will use MySQL database. From database, we will take that data to Power BI desktop. Now, we don't have to, in the real time, we don't have to keep this long, flow, but this individual things can be helpful in your interview. Interviewer can ask you, do you know how to get data from different sources? So you can tell them, yeah, I know how to get data using API from Kaggle. I know how to get data from a database to Power BI, right? After getting data to Power BI, you can start creating the visuals, all right? You can create the dashboard at the final. So this is what a simple architecture looks like, and this is what we're going to achieve. Let me tell you how the sample dashboard will look like. Okay, I will tell you. See, this is what the dashboard gonna look like. We have 4 pages of dashboards. Okay, first page is the home page. Second one is order page. Okay, we'll keep order related details in this order dashboard page. We have sales dashboard page. Okay, we keep the sales related details in the sales page. And at last, we have customers view page. Okay, in the customers view page, we will try to keep the content related to customers. We will try to show decomposition tree. Via decomposition tree, we will try to show a drill down view, a hierarchical view of our flow. So this is what it is. This is the home page we're gonna make. After the home page, there is one order page as well. So this is how the order page looks like. All right. After order page, we have the scroller, the map, and all this stuff. We have the sales page as well. We have the sales page as well with us. Okay. On the sales page, we have the filters. You can check this out. The filters we have. This is dynamic, by the way. All are dynamic. And this is customers view, where you will find this drill down view of the supply chain flow. All right. So we will try to achieve this. We have the sentiment analysis as well of the customers. We'll try to show. Then now this is very, very basic visuals I have used so that people won't get confused. All right. So you can, using this using this project, you can create very advanced project further as well. Okay. So let's get started. I have to show, see, I have kept these navigation buttons. So I can just navigate through any of the pages very smoothly. If let's say I want to go to this customer view page, I can just control click it and I will be redirected to the customer view page very, very smoothly. All right. So I'm going to create this from the scratch. So don't worry. Just be with me and we will see how to get this done. So we have to first gather the data. We have to first gather the data from Kaggle. Okay, and we will use Python for that. So feel free to use any editor, any Python editor you want. You can use VS Code as well. You can use Jupyter as well. I have implemented the code in the Jupyter first. Okay, so I won't implement it in front of you line by line, but I will try to explain you the code. Okay, I have code with me right now. Okay, over here, I will try to explain each and every code, each and every bit of the code to you. Okay, so before moving forward, what we have to do in your editor, please try to install these many Python packages. Which one? Pandas you need. Okay. NumPy, maybe NumPy you need or not need. I don't know. We will see. Anyway, install it. No problem. Pandas, NumPy, then a zip file also you have to install. Install a Kaggle as well. Install Kaggle as well. Then also you want to install MySQL because we are gonna connect it with the database and we are using a relational database called MySQL. Alright. So we need PyMySQL library as well. So install that. You can use pip install. Alright. Okay. So, and remember one thing, while installing the Kaggle, you have to do some installation steps for Kaggle separately. Alright. So what you have to do, you have to put the authentication token, authentication key you have to generate and put that in your local file. I mean, in your C folder. Okay, in your C drive, you have a username. Inside username, you will have a Kaggle folder. Inside Kaggle folder, you will have a .kaggle folder. Inside .kaggle folder, you will have a kaggle.json file. Alright. So inside kaggle.json file, you will get this authentication token, key and attribute value. So you have to keep it over there. So whenever you run the code, it finds for that authentication token. So make sure that it is important to get the data from Kaggle as well. So I will attach the a documentation for Kaggle download as well. Okay, this is the documentation for Kaggle download. Or what you can do, simply go to the YouTube, find any video how to get data from Kaggle to your local. So you will find it, no problem. Or how to generate a token. You just see how to generate a token and you will get it. Otherwise, you can read the article over there. You will find the link in my article. See, this is the link for that documentation. You will get it over there. No problem. Okay. So after downloading all the packages, what to do? Let me go over here. See, you import all the packages. Import pandas, import zipline. We will use this to extract files downloaded from Kaggle. Alright. Then import Kaggle as well. Okay. While importing Kaggle, you know what to do. I just told you. Alright. Then you have to put this API key. This is the API key. Now, from where you will get this API key? Go to the Kaggle. Okay. Go to your profile, Kaggle. Now, this link is also provided in the description down below. Supply chain management for cars. Alright. So, don't forget to access it. So, where you will get this API key command? On the right hand side, on top, you will get these 3 dots. Click these dots and you will find the copy API key command. Okay. Copy API command. So, click this. And this is the same thing. You have to put it over here. You have to put it over here and download it. Alright. So, what will happen? Once you download the data set, it will download in the form of zip file. See, a zip file has downloaded. Alright. So now in the zip file, there is a folder, and inside that folder is our data. So we have to extract this zip file first, correct? So what to do to extract it? We have to use this code, this line of code to extract it. We have imported zipline function. So use that zipline function and read the file inside and extract the file. Okay. Once you extract the file, you will get a CSV file. You will get a CSV file. See, supply chain management dataset.csv. So now, see, I will show you. See, this is the CSV file. Now this is the zip file, and after extracting the zip file, you will get this CSV file. Okay. So now you can read this CSV file using pandas read CSV. Okay. Put it into the cars object. Create the cars object and put the all data into that cars object. You can check out if the information is correct or not. Okay. Use the info function, and you will see how many columns are inside your dataset. So you will find there are almost 33 columns. 33 columns inside our datasets. Alright. There are a lot of columns. We don't need that much of columns for our visualization. So we will try to remove it further. You can remove this into Python as well, using this Python as well. But I will try to do it on Power BI because this is mainly Power BI project. Okay. Alright. Then how much entries are there? See, there are you can see cars.shape. Using cars.shape, you will get the shape of the dataset. You have 1,000 records, 1,000 rows, and almost 33 columns. All right. Then you can check out the records that how does it look like. So this is how your data looks like. All right. All the columns are there. Right. Now what next? We have our data in the CSV file. Now let's say for certain reason, for certain cases, you want your data to be in the Excel file. Then how to convert it? You can just use to Excel function to convert your file to the Excel. Now, you don't need to perform this step if you don't want. If you want, you can, no problem. I just wanted to show you how you can convert any format to another format. So this is the Excel format. All right, you get in the Excel format. Now we have our final file in the Excel format. See, I downloaded into the Excel format. Now I will show you. See, this is the supply chain final file into the Excel format. Earlier it was in the CSV format. Now it's in the Excel format. All right, in the Excel format. Now we have our file in our local in the Excel format. Now what do we do with that? Now we have to import. Now we have to put this file from our local or from any position for that matter, from any location to our database. Now how to put a file, how to import a file from any location to the database? We are using the MySQL database. I will show you the MySQL database. This is the MySQL database. Okay. We have created a database named YouTube over here in the MySQL. Okay. And we are going to use this YouTube database only, inside which we will create tables and put our data inside the table. All right. Okay. So before moving forward, see this database option on the top. Okay. Just click this database option, connect to database. Okay. Inside which you will find some information. What information? You will find the host name, port name, username, password. Okay. So these all things are important to connect to the database. So remember that. Remember this host name. We have the local host. In your case, it can be your address. Okay. A username, mostly it is root. Okay. If you are doing it in your local, mostly it is root. Okay. And remember the password. Which you put while creating the instance, that password. All right. I created this temporary instance for the demo purpose only. So remember these details. All right. What we have to do, we have to go to our Python code. Okay. Now we have to first connect to the database from our Python to the database. We have to make or establish a connection. Now, how to establish a connection? For that, first of all, just import the PyMySQL. Okay, import the PyMySQL. I don't think so I need the NumPy, but anyway, um, import the PyMySQL. After importing it, establish a connection using a connection object. You have to create a connection object using PyMySQL.connect, and you have to provide four parameters. You have to provide four parameters. Which are those? The host name, the username, your password. Okay, you have to keep your password over here, and your database name. My database name is YouTube, right? I just showed you. Okay, and this is all you have to store into a connection object. That is, I name this connection object as my connection. Alright. Now I have to use this my connection, create a cursor object as well. And this is necessary to connect. Create the cursor object. Okay, using cursor function. And now you can just read that file. You can just read the file placed in your local, which that file? Supply chain final dot excel sx this Excel file. Read that file, put that file into a data frame. DF is a data frame. Now you can read that file as well. Now once you read the file, what you find? Before now, still we haven't put the file onto the database. We are still reading the file in our local. Alright. So I just want to check before putting it into the database. I just want to check how my data looks like. Okay. So I want to check my data with the head. And you can see there are 33 columns, out of which some of the columns are unnecessary. I feel that some of the columns are unnecessary and I want to remove it. Like, let's say this one, the first column, it's named as unnamed. Why this is unnamed? Because there is no name on the top. And this is unnecessary. I don't need it. I have supplier ID. So why do I need that unnecessary column? So I want to, let's say, remove that column from Python code only, using Python code only. So how to do that? So I have used the ilog function. I use the slicing ilog function to remove the first column. This is the code to remove the first column. I access entire dataset and remove the first column out of it. Okay, and put it back to the data frame. TF, put it back to the data frame. All right. Now you can see, if you check using df.head, that first column has removed. That first column has removed. Very good. What next? What next? After remove the column, I just have to put it to the database, MySQL database. Now, to put any data to the database, what you have to do, you have to create a table. Inside that table, you have to use the insert query to insert the data. Right? That is what we do. In the SQL, that is what we do. So the same thing we have to do. You have to create a query, create table name. This is a table name. Cars is a table name. Okay. Create table name, and you have to provide the columns with the data types. These are some 33 columns with its data type. Alright. See. Alright. Now you will ask, after creating table, you have to put inside the table. You have to put the values inside table. For that, I have written a query, insert into table, insert into cars, values, and put all the values inside that table. Correct? Now you may ask what I did over here, this placeholder, this format. Now this is a shortcut trick to put data values into the table. Why I did that? Because I have large number of columns. I mean, a lot of columns I have. Let's say I have 33 number of columns. Okay. And I don't want to put every column value into the insert command. So what I did some tigdam. I did some trick over here. So what I did, I found out what is the length of the columns. Okay. So I got the column length. Now I joined that column length and put it into the placeholder. And I put that placeholder, and using the format function, I place that placeholder value and give all the values to the insert. So this is how I created the SQL object. Alright. This is a very basic SQL thing. If you know a little SQL, it's a very basic thing to do. Okay. And now we have all our queries ready. Now I have to put each and every data through our queries into our database. How to do that? I used a for loop. What I did, I used a for loop. In the for loop, I selected each and every record from the file in our local. I selected each and every record converted that record into the tuple, converted that record into the tuple and put that tuple into the database table and committed the connection at the last. So this is what I did. For 1000 rows, if are there, then I converted that 1000 records into tuple and put it into the database table. See, so once you go to our database, you will refresh it. Once you refresh it, you will find the tables. Inside tables, there is a car tables created. The cars table are created. Inside that cars table, you will find the data. How do you will find the data? Select start from cars. Now you can run this query and see if the data has come. Yeah, you can see the data has come to our database from our local. Right? This is our data. See, this is our final data. So now, till now, we have learned how to get data from Kaggle to our local using API and from local to our database using database connection, right? And we have used the Python code for all of this. We have used a Python code for all of this, right? Now we got our data into our database. Now get that data from database, get that data to where? To Power BI. Now what I will do, I will create a new Power BI file because I want to take it from scratch. So I will create a new Power BI file and get that data into database and Power BI and try to first clean that data. Let's transform the data, okay? And then we will try to create a visuals on that clean data, okay? So this is our earlier file. I will create a new file. It's taking time to open. No problem. We will just wait. Okay, till then we can see I have written all the steps inside our article. Okay, so you can check that out. So please do follow this article on our channel. I will give you the link in the description down below. Okay, so what next? What else? Okay, it's opening. It's opening the second file, a new file. I will create the visuals and dashboards from scratch over here. Okay, so don't worry. Let it open completely. Uja bhai. Okay. So what I will do, I will get the data over here using get data option. It's in the where go to the more. It's into the database, right? We have to get data from database. So click the database. You will find MySQL database. We have to use the MySQL database. Select the MySQL database. Try to connect it. Now I have already connected to the MySQL database. So when you first time connect to the MySQL database, it will ask for credentials, not these credentials. Okay, this will to ask. You have to provide a server name, which is in my case, it is localhost. Localhost. What is my database name? My database name is YouTube. So after clicking OK, it will bring that data to the Power BI. But if you are accessing it first time, you establish the connection first time, you will ask for authentication. Go ahead and put that authentication. What will ask in the authentication? It will ask you for username and password. All right, for Windows or database. Database. Okay. So once you hit OK, it will connect to the database and try to bring that file. See, it will connect to the database and try to bring that file. Now you can see that file. If you need, you can go for transform. We will go for transform data. First, I just need to load it into the Power BI model. So once you load anything into the Power BI using import mode, you created the copy and paste that copy into Power BI model. All right. So the data resides into Power BI model. That's why it acts fast. That's why the transactions in the import model are fast rather than direct query. Now we saw what is the difference between direct query and import mode. I don't think I need to explain it again and again. Okay, I think we loaded the data. Yep, we loaded our data. Now this is our data. We have lots of columns, lots and lots of columns over here. All right. We have lots of columns. We need to clean this data on Power Query Editor. So we will go to the Power Query Editor. Okay. Now this is our data. Let's go to the transform data. It will take you to Power Query Editor where you can clean and transform your data as you want. So, oh yeah, I need to show you one more thing. I just forgot. You will have your BRD documents. According to the BRD documents, requirements inside the BRD document, you have to do the task, right? So you have to clean data accordingly. So before going for cleaning data, just try to understand what is the task mentioned in the BRD documents. I will provide this BRD document. Now this is not the exact actual BRD document you will get in your organization, but I try to mimic what can be the BRD documents for freshers. Okay. So you get all your information into the BRD documents, BRD, FRD, whatever you called it, business requirement document or functional requirement document, inside which all the functionalities, how many columns are there, what are the columns, data type, all those things, where to get the data, right? What kind of visuals they want, what kind of data they want to show on the dashboard or reports. All these data are shown inside the, BRD or FRD documents. And these documents are provided to us by clients. All right. So make sure to read it first, and accordingly you have to make some dashboards. So I will just try to close it. And where was I? Okay, here. This is our Power Query Editor. This is our data. Now we have our almost 33 columns. Now we don't need that much of columns. All right. We don't need that much amount of columns. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove some of the columns. We're going to change the data types. Now see what we did in Python while creating the create table command. While executing the create table command, I put it the column name, and in front of column name, I have to put the data type. Now for each and every column name, I put it the text data type, only text data type. Why I did that? Even though there are some date columns, there are some integer columns, there are some double columns, but I put it text. You can put the relevant data type only, of course. I put it this deliberately to show you that sometimes the SQL developers, if they make mistakes, you can change those mistakes in the Power Query Editor by changing the data type, which is appropriate for your visuals. Use that data type. All right. So that is what we're going to do over here by changing the data types. Okay. First of all, we will remove the unwanted rows. I want to show you something over here. See, these are the number of rows over here. We're going to create these pages. First, home page. Then we will create the orders page. Inside orders page, we will try to put the data from these many columns. All right. And then we will create the sales page. In the sales page, we will try to put the data from these many columns, or some of the columns from here as well. No problem. We will mix and match. And last, we will create a customers view page. Okay. Over there, we will create a drill down view. Okay. And in that dashboard page, we will try to put the data from these many columns. Okay. Now you will see there are some D in front of it. So I want to delete this unwanted row. These are the rows. I feel like these are the unwanted rows. So I want to delete it. So that's why I put a D in front of it. So this is my rough work before going forward. Okay. This is my rough work. So just ask your data engineer before deleting anything. Okay. Because it might possible that some of the columns are important and you feel that some of the columns are unnecessary as well. Anyway, So I don't need this supplier ID. So I will clear the supplier ID. Go to this home tab. In the home tab, you will find the remove column option. Just remove it then and there. Then I think that supplier address, supplier name, I don't need the supplier name as well, because I don't know how to show that supplier name to my visual, right? Supplier contact details, I don't want to show any contact details of anyone. Supplier ID as well, I don't need that one. So I will remove it. I select it and remove the columns. Okay. Car maker, okay, keep the car maker, I might need that. Car models, okay, car models also I might need. Car color, okay, I can create the any filter using car colors, no problem. Car model year, I don't think so. I will need that car model year, in which year car was modeled. So you might need in certain cases, but for me, it's not usable right now. So I will remove that as well. Car price, okay, I will keep the car price, no problem. Customer ID, I have all the data into the one table only, so I will need any IDs or anything to make the relations. So customer ID is also not good enough for me right now. Customer name, okay, it's relevant. Keep that. Gender you can keep for filters. Job title might be relevant, but I don't know in which visual I will show the job title. So I feel like this is also irrelevant for me. Phone number is also irrelevant. Email address also I don't want to show. This is personal information of someone. Why do I need that in the supply chain management? So I will remove those. City I will try to keep. Country I will try to keep. Country code, I don't think so I need country code. So I will remove that. State I will try to keep it. Customer address, I don't want to show customer address. So I will delete the customer address. Order date, okay, order date is fine. Order ID, I don't need order ID. So I will delete the order ID. Ship date is fine. Ship mode is fine. Okay. Shipping through truck or air, it is fine. Postal code, I don't need postal code as well. So I will delete postal code. Sales is fine. Quantity is fine. Discount is fine. These are the numerical columns, right? Sales, quantity, discount. Credit card information, I don't want to show any credit card information, credit card type or credit cards number. This is the personal information of someone. Don't show this personal information out there, right? Feedback, I can keep the feedback column. This column I can use for sentiment analysis, whether it is good, bad, okay, not bad, whatever it is. Okay. So I think I have total number of columns. How many remain now? You can see on left bottom, 17 columns are there now. 17 columns. Very good. I can change the name of this table to what? Cars data. I can put the name of the tables to cars data. Okay. I think over here also I put in the cars data only. Yeah. Cars data. Alright. Very good. Now you can give any descriptive name to the applied steps, like you can rename it over here so that your other colleagues will know what you have done. Removed columns or unnecessary columns, you can say. And give very, very descriptive name. Okay. Not just this much. Give very descriptive names and your colleagues will know what you have done. Exactly. Then you will have to change the data types. Okay. Car maker is in the ABC. It's okay because it's a text data type. Car model is also text. Okay. Car color is also text. Car price, I want the price in the decimal number. Put it into decimal number. Car name, it's fine. Gender, it's fine. City, it's fine. Country, it's fine. State is fine. Okay. Order date, I want to put date, not date time, just date. Okay. Ship date also convert it into the date. And ship mode text fine. Shipping text fine. Sales can be into the decimal number, integer or decimal number. Okay. Quantity should be into the integer number. I can put it into the whole numbers. Okay. Discount can be into the decimal number. Discount values, right? Feedback can be into the text only. Feedback can be into the text. Okay. So keep it as a text only. Okay, so I changed the data types as well. Anything else, if I need, I can put it. I think customer name will be the primary key, because each and every value is unique, and primary key can be only unique values, right? So this is the column can act as a primary key if we need. I don't think we need that anyway. So I think we have all our data ready and cleaned up. We can just close and apply and load it back to our Power BI desktop. Now go to the Power BI desktop. Go to the Power BI desktop, guys, and you will find your data over here that's loaded. Go ahead and check it. Okay, it's loading. It's loaded. Let it load. Is 1,000 rows, guys. 1,000 records. So it's a big number. Now this is our data. We can see our data over here, right? All right. Very good. It looks good to me. It looks very good to me. All right. What next? We need to create another separate table for dates. Now see, we have orders date, we have ship date. So I don't think we need ship date for now in our visuals. If we need, we can manage that as well. But for orders date, I want to create a separate date table, a separate calendar table, although a date master table you can call it. Okay, it's fine. Create a separate date master table. You can use this separate date master table for using time intelligence functions as well. So it will be easy to filter the visuals. So what we'll do, we will create a new table. We can create a new table. Go over here. Now you have to write the queries, the DAX function, create a new table. You can write the calendar function to get the data, right? You can write the calendar function to get the data. So I will just increase the font so that you guys can see it properly. I will create a table first. I will create a date master table. Create a date master table. Inside date master table, I will use a calendar function. Inside a calendar function, you have to give two parameters, the start and end. Inside start date and end date. In between start date and end date, all the dates will be listed out. So we have, let's say, in our where it is order date. In our order date, I want this order date column in our master date table. So I will click the minimum of order date. Click the minimum of order date, comma, and maximum of order dates, right? So this is what it is, and it will create me, just commit this one. It will create me a new table called date master, inside which I have a date table. I can just rename that date table. All right, I can just rename that date table. Rename. I can just rename it order date. I can just call it order date table. All right. See, order date table. Okay. Now create another column inside this date table. Create another column. I want to show the month as well. What I want to show? I want to show the month as well. So order month. I want to show the month number. Let's say I want to show the month numbers. So how to show the month number? Using and have the month function as well. Sorry, I just clicked. So the month number is there. At month number, I have to go and provide the orders date only, that we create the date master table orders date. Right? And from this orders date, it will extract the month only. It will extract the months. Now this is the month number. Okay. Let me give the short version of the order date. You can format it from here and give the short version. Alright, the short version is fine. Now this is the order date. This is the month number for order month. Okay. Now I don't want the month, just month number. I want the month name as well. So what to do? Create another column inside it. Create another column. You can provide the name of the month. You can provide the name of the month. What you will do? Give the name month, order month name, and you have to format it first. You have to format it first. In the format, you have to give the date. Which date? Order date, comma, format string is month, right? Give month, M, 4 N's. 4 N's. Okay. You can just commit it and you will get the name of the month extracted from order date. See, name of the months you will get extracted from order date. Now I want the short name for month. So remove 1 M from top. Just keep the 3 M's and commit it again. So you will get the short version of the names. Short version of the names for month. See? Very good. Very good. What next? We can create a quarter as well. If you want to show the any, details using the quarters, you can create the quarters as well. Create new column. I want to show you the quarters number, how to give the quarters number as well. Orders in number none. So I have quarter function with me. Is that quarter function provide the orders date from master table, and you will get what you will get. You will get a number of the quarter. In a year you will have 4 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that year, according to date, which quarter number it is, it will show me the quarter number. So I can use this time intelligence functions to create these columns. Okay. All right. What next I can do? I just want one more thing before moving forward. I just want to create some measures. According to the BRE documents, they also want to show total sales as well. So we have a sales column in our cars data table. We have sales column. I just want to make the total of it. So what I will do, I can create the measure over here only, but instead of that, for measures, for creating each and every measure, I try to put it into a new table. So what I will do, I will create a new table. I'll create a new table. Let's say I create a new table from here as well. No problem. And put that table name. That's measures. So load it, and it will create a table for you. Okay, inside that table, go inside that table. Okay, inside that table, create a measure, create a new measure, and that measure is a total sales measure. What measure it is? Total sales measure. Total sales. Keep whatever the convention you keep for your variables according to your organization, whatever you follows. Okay, no matter. We'll try to sum the sales from cars data. We'll try to sum the sales from cars data, which is the total sales. Is the total sales measure. If you need, you can create multiple measures. I'm just trying to keep it very, very simple. Okay, so I will create only one measure over here. Now this is a total measure. But measure won't be seen over here. Okay, so I can just remove this unwanted column 1. This column, I don't need that column. Okay, This is a measure. And come back over here. Come back over here. Now we have all our data. We have our measure. We have our cars data. We have our date master table. Now what we can do, we can go for modeling. To go for modeling, go to the model view. Go to the model. We have all our data. We have all our data with us. Okay. So we can do the modeling part and establish a relation between cars data table and date master table based on the common column. Which are the common column in between these two tables? The orders date. See the orders date table, and here you will find, I think, the orders date table over here as well. Okay. So based on this common column, you can establish a relation, one-to-many relation. Just drag it and drop it. Just drag it and drop it. It will automatically create the relation. See, it created one-to-many relation over here. Okay. Now for major, I don't want any relations over there. So it's fine. It's fine. Now I can go ahead. And start creating the visuals. So before creating the visual, you can, creating any report or dashboard, you can prepare a little mock-up or wireframe, or we can say a prototype for, on pen and paper to just visualize or imagine how your end dashboard will look like, right? So we don't need to create in our case because I already have one with me. So I can just look at it and create it one, right? So I created it earlier as well. So I will just look at it one by one and try to create it from scratch. Okay. So don't worry. So first of all, we will create the home page. This is a home page. This is our beloved home page. So we will try to create that one first. Let's go and create it. So, okay. One more thing. Before going forward, we need to import one or two visuals. Go to the get more visuals. Click on these three dots. Go to the get more visuals. From the get more visuals, I need you to download a scroller. Okay, a scroller. Go ahead and search for scroller. You will find the scroller. Okay, just click it and add it to your model. Add that scroller to your model, and be sure that this kind of apps, these extra apps, is PBI certified. Okay, so this is how you know that this is safe to use. Add this to your visual. It will download and load it to your visual, and it will show you over here. See the scroller. Okay. One more visual I need you to download, and that one is let me see which one it was. The map one. I think the map one, and it's Qualient Technology Private Limited. Okay. So I think the map one I need again. Maybe the map one is not filtered, but I want to use it anyway. I will filter it by the map one is not okay. Where it is? This one. Add it. Okay, successfully added. Alright then. So for this project, I think we will create a dashboard in the next video. Okay, in the part 2. I want to divide this project into 2 parts because it's impossible to put everything into the one video only. Okay, so in this first part, we saw how to get data and clean data. Okay, how to get data from APIs, from Kaggle, and download it to the database, from database to the Power BI. Okay, we also saw how to clean the data. Alright, in our next video, the part 2 and final video, we will try to create the whole dashboard I just showed you. Alright, so please stay tuned and watch that video as well. You can find the article over here. You can read the article that how we did this all things. Alright, and if you have any queries, you can let me know in the description down below. Also, do follow me on WhatsApp channel. We have the WhatsApp channel as well. So link will be in the description down below. No problem. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And we will try to create this dashboard in our next video. So please stay tuned. Till then, peace out.
पैसा दासंग पैसा मासंग ये डरी खुद चुप रहता मनी तुझे चुप रहता हर जगह से पैसा आता हर बैंक में खोलू खाता अंबानी के एंटिला में खोल देंगे पेटी खाना पैसा इतना ज्यादा है कि कमा के मैं सेटी होता आया पैसा गया पैसा ज्यादा आया थोड़ा ले जा आया पैसा हगा ऐसा बिक गई मोनालिसा स्टीव जॉब्स बेटर नॉट फक विद मी ज्यादा कॉस्ट जेब में है पैसा तेरी कंपनी मेरी हाँ पैसा तेरे पास पैसा मेरे पास ये पैसा